Greetings again. Here we are again live. Seems as though there's a few hiccups going on tonight. I don't know what that's about, but certainly Microsoft Windows is playing up, and it would appear as though other things are as well. I've been having trouble with Facebook just lately. Can't log on at all. Can't myself a text message to get a one-time code or whatever they're playing at now. So I thought, ditch that, let's go on YouTube and let's do it properly until something goes wrong here. But what could possibly go wrong here? We need some readings tonight. I don't know, I'll just have an evening in, I think, with it being a bank holiday and whatever. And we're all waiting for the Prime Minister of the UK to call a general election, so it's something to do while we wait. I suppose there's that going on. But of course, governments cause a lot of trouble for people, don't they? And cause a lot of despair for people. And I thought, well, you know, we're here to help if you are the victim of somebody who's gone rogue or whatever. I don't know. But we're here for other things as well. We do readings on all sorts of that. We've got these cards here, these fortune cards. And if you know what you need help with, it helps, doesn't it? Say you need a love reading or a career reading or something. We know what to focus on. I suppose you could accuse it of being cheating. You could say you could accuse me of cheating by wanting to know what it's about. But if you know what it's about, you can use the meanings of the cards that come up after shuffling, and use them as guidance to find an answer to the question that you've got. If you've got no question, of course, you end up having the question you don't want to ask answered. You get the answer to the question you don't want to ask, which isn't desirable, is it? I suppose. But anyway, we're here this evening. Nothing's frozen up on me so far. I've just got a bit of problem with Microsoft Windows and Facebook at the moment. With Facebook, you can ditch it, can't you? Just go somewhere else if it's a social media or a platform or something. And maybe we're not called there, so we're not needed there. I don't know. Maybe Spirit is directing us here, so we can help people here instead. Whatever, however that is interpreted. Shadow says hello Shadow. I trust you well this evening, and I hope things find you well. As I say, we've just to sort of go live, we'll just give it a go, just to see what's going on there. I don't know if you can hear me okay, if you can hear me, if my sound is okay or not. I'm using another microphone at the minute. I'm not using a headset. So I couldn't quite, you can, right, that's okay, that's fair enough. So how can we help you there, Shadow? Is everything going well, or are you just being nosy and you're popping in like I'm trying to be nosy with YouTube because of Facebook playing up on me? I thought, well, I'm not going to give it my energy. I thought if there are people on YouTube who might be watching and might need a bit of help or whatever, we can go straight to them if that's where we're directed. You're being nosy, like nosy. That's fair enough. Join the club. But anyway, like I say, I've only just logged on really. It's only been on about 5 minutes, if that. After resetting and doing and all this kind of caper. I don't know if it's the magnifying software that's causing the thing to freeze. I don't know. Because I use magnifying software. I'm having a visual impairment, so I didn't see what you were writing there. Right. Do you talk about ghosts and stuff? Yeah, we can talk about ghosts if you want. We've got some ghost hunting equipment like spirit boxes and things. We might be able to go live with that maybe sometime, and see if there's anything, a message coming through on that. Just talking about that. That's down there. And this, I've been trying to tidy up whatever that means to humankind. And I've found where that's been placed or stored. temporarily. You got 3 of those, have you? Those three. I've got 3 types here. Something I think is like some family knocked up. They just knocked it up and flogged it on eBay, like a family concern sort of thing when making them. And then I got that. I think it's the PSB7, as I think it's called. The 11 version 11. I haven't got that one, but I've got the PSB7, and I've got the it's called just called Spirit Box, I think, or Ghost Box or something, and that's like a digital type thing, but that charges up. It's got a built-in battery in it, or whatever. You can charge with the USB instead of taking the batteries out of the other one. You have to take the batteries out and put them in the charger. So yeah. So anyway, that's that. I haven't. I don't usually use them on not YouTube, but certainly on in the Facebook group when I was in there. And I've been using them in there very often. It's all readings really. We shuffle the cards, and then or as you'd say, we shuffle the cards, but the cards are manipulated by spirit, and then whatever comes up is maybe spirit giving us a message. Maybe is he tuning into some energy that locks onto the right cards for us. What is that going on? Hello to you there, you Honey Holic. Honey Holic. There's one for you. So hello to you there. Yeah, well, like I say, I've just been saying to Shadow there that normally I'm on Facebook, but I can't log on there. It's asking me to choose another way of logging on or receiving a notification. And it asks you to use another device. But of course, I haven't got any other devices. So hard luck. I don't use smartphones or anything like that. So I got it to send, I think it's a one-time code or whatever, a text message to my phone, and it won't. It's got the number down, but it won't send me the text message. So I can't use a one-time code to log myself back in. So I think I would assume I'm not the only one having the same problem. I would assume it's going to be a problem that everybody's got. So they'll all come onto YouTube. They know where we are. And like I was just telling Shadow there, we've got some cards here. I thought we'd do some readings. I've got some runes, the witches' runes. They're called witches' runes. There's 13 of them. Normally you have the 24 Futhark. I've got them as well. We could use them if you like. But I like these 13 witches' runes. I've been doing them for about 2 years now. I'm a sort of self-proclaimed expert in it. If that's what you think, of course, that's can be your opinion. You're free to that. But I just, and in a sense, I rather like them. I've become a bit egotistical about them, or whatever the word is. So there you go. So anyway, putting Facebook cock up aside and Windows freezing up on me now and again, we're here on YouTube. So I usually use this YouTube channel to put HD video on, post the video onto here, and then send a link to it to the group, the Facebook groups, because Facebook can only do 720, I think, 720p. So it's like as if I use that to sort of send a link to an HD version of the reading for when I've been doing that. So yeah, there's that. So you remember last year you did I did a card reading there, and you're just reading what you've written there, and it was right on. So there you are. Okay, hey ho. That's at least one satisfied customer before we even start off doing anything. That's a good start, isn't it? We don't have to do anything for that one. But next time, go YouTube Live. You'll get less stress, and a few more viewers. Probably I will. There was somebody else, Sal's Tarot, he's in that group, and he says he gets a lot of satisfied customers on YouTube. So maybe that's what it is. But anyway, at least I can log on to YouTube, though. I thought, oh shit, I've got problems, but it just looks like it's a Facebook thing. I use Google Chrome to log on, so I don't know, is it a Google thing or is it Google Tube, isn't it? I usually call YouTube Google Tube, so you don't know. And yeah, of course, it's free, as you say there. So anyway, is there anything we can do for you this time? Maybe, I don't know, is there anything particularly you need help with, or if all is well, if it isn't broke, don't fix it. You're not sure, you don't use Facebook. Well, put Facebook aside. Concerning the reading that you were on about, that you said you'd had, God knows when ago, is there anything maybe you need help with again? Or like I say, if you don't need help, don't if it isn't broke, don't fix it. There's no point. But like I say, could you have 3-card reading? So you just remember what they were then. Well, he just want us to start. This is what we do. We do 3 cards with this one. We'll just shuffle the cards on behalf of Honey Holic. Let me just wiggle the mouse, just check I'm not frozen on you. Now, what I'll do, I'll just turn the magnifying down so I can see what you can see on the screen there, and then I think it's actually the magnifying software that could be causing the freezes. I don't know. Anyway, either way, we just ask for the truth on behalf of Honey Holic. And we just shuffle the cards. And as we shuffle, Spirit has thought to manipulate the cards. And we're just asking now, we have Honey Holic concerning maybe from last time. If like a follow-up, is any follow-up going on? What's asking the name of truth, right conduct, peace, love, and non-violence. And that's the 5 Sai Baba principles, isn't it? Usually our fire, water, earth, and spirit, or something like that normally. But that's the 5 Sai Baba principles. Of course, Sai Baba's passed away now. And he's not here neither. He's probably dead as well, and probably 6 foot under, demised, away with. That's it, gone. But either way, I thought the old lady next door but one to me had gone, but apparently she's got into a care home, so she's not dead. So I wrote her off too early. So we can all make that mistake. Either way, let's just pull out 3 cards here, as you were asking for. And what we do, we deal out 3 cards, which is past, present, and future, isn't it? So we've got the recent past influence. That's roughly a period of time between now and the last month, as you'd say. A month is, of course, the period of time between one new moon to the next. So whatever the phase it is now, it's roughly 3 or 4 weeks. It's usually the past 3 or 4 weeks or so, isn't it? So the next card we deal would be the present. So that's, you could say that's like a quarter phase, isn't it? Like it's usually use any quarter moon phase as 3 days coming and 3 days going, isn't it? Normally, with a little bit either side. And then the next card we deal would be the immediate future, which is a bit like the recent past, but the other way around, isn't it? So you could say that it's between now and this time next month, as you could call it. Just wiggle the mouse, then I know you can still see me and hear me. I can see myself on the camera anyway. So let's just pull out a card. The first one is the recent past. So this is what's been going on just recently over the past 3 or 4 weeks or so. And as you say, we've got the energy of the element of earth, the energy or the element of earth there. And of course, that indicates that you've been grounded just recently. I would assume, yes, he says utilise common sense, reason, logic, and all that sort of thing, but like a lot of people aren't doing at the moment. We don't mention any names though, just in case. But either way, notice how it's got the it's the astrology, isn't it? The astrological, the zodiac elements. Is it about the earth signs? Is it which, according to this, are they're Capricorn and is it Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo? They're like the earth signs, aren't they? They're the earth. So I don't know if maybe you're one of those symbols or one of those signs. I don't know. Maybe pure chance. I don't know. But either way, they're just relating to the earth in the sense that you've had to be grounded and you've had to be use a bit of common sense, a bit of logic. Maybe if you were thinking of like something spiritual or something mystical or something, maybe something just said, well, it's okay to believe in that sort of thing, but we've got to be realistic as well, just in case, and just go by the evidence, and make judgments based upon the evidence that's before us as well. It doesn't necessarily mean, I suppose, the spiritual side of it's wrong. It's just that sometimes you need evidence because other people demand it as well. But I'm sort of getting at that. Why I'm saying that, I don't know. It's like as if you've needed evidence or something to prove something. Like, say, if you had to get a doctor's paper for something, you need evidence to prove that you're sick as a dog, or something like that, or whatever it is. If you know. But either way, you've got to be a bit more sensible, a bit more realistic. Maybe you were wishing for something to happen, and maybe, well, realistically, it probably won't happen. You know, it's all right getting a reading to see if there's some magical energy there that might suddenly bring it about. But realistically, on face value, will it happen or not? And maybe you've had to face up to reality. Maybe you've had to face up to reality about, say, a relationship that you were in, or a pay rise that you're not going to get, but it's somewhere in between the worst case scenario and the best you were hoping for. So you can say, well, at least I was half right, you know. But either way, let's just see what's going on at present. Let's just flip that card there at present here. We've got the Sphinx. I don't know if you can just see that there, the Sphinx. And that, I always think that's to do with, obviously it's to do with holding your counsel and choosing your words wisely. Notice how the Sphinx, although she faces forward, she's looking towards us from the present. So although it's as if to say, be careful what you say in the immediate future. I suppose that's do as I do, and not as I do, as I say, and not as I do. But basically, just watch your mouth, right? Maybe you're going to watch your mouth right now with what you say. Maybe like me, you can you have the knack of or the uncanny ability of putting your foot deeper in the shit every time you open it. I don't know, but either way. You be just a lot of warning, just to be careful. Maybe why am I sort of getting as though like you got this sort of ability to talk yourself out of things more than into things. So if you went for a job interview, you'd probably end up just telling I'm just a load of crap at that, but I try my best, Instead of saying I'm just an absolute expert and bloody brain surgeon, you should have me on board or something. So sort of getting as though maybe there's that. So just be careful. Choose your words wisely. You've got to be realistic about if it's a job you're after, or even you got to try and explain yourself away, or try and convince somebody of something. Then you can't be flippant, can you? But you've got to be realistic about it as well. Let's just see what the immediate future is here. I don't know. Let's just flip that nice and slow there, not to disturb the energy. And notice you've got the Queen. I always focus on the Queen. I don't know if you can see that there. The Queen's got like she's got her arms folded as if she's protecting herself or protecting something. Like usually with it being love and prosperity, you could say she's trying to protect the relationship. that she's in, or protect the marriage or whatever. But either way, there is love and prosperity coming your way, and in the next 3 or 4 weeks or so, according to this. That's my get out clause. What's yours? Well, be careful what you say, and right now, and then you should be in a position where you can be the one who protects others because you were able to protect yourself by keeping your gob shut or join the club. I've got a tendency to open mine, so I'm not going to be as good as you. But either way, one can try. Although we say you shouldn't try, you should just do it. Because if you're trying, you're sort of admitting that you're not quite doing your best. So you don't never say I'll try, you just say I'll do it. That's one theory. But either way, she's the Egyptian queen, of course, isn't she? There's a lot of Egyptian energy going on with the Sphinx and the Egyptian queen there. I don't know about Nefertiti, because she was known as the alien queen, wasn't she? Nefertiti was, if you can say it, after whatever you had to drink. But either way, I'm just sort of going as though, be careful what you say. You've had to be realistic, and so you've lasted so far by being sensible and mature about it, and realistic, and not expecting too much, nothing fanciful, just expecting maybe, or like I say, just not expecting too much really, and just expect the mediocre, expect the worst, and anything else that happens is usually a bonus, isn't it? But either way, there is love and prosperity coming your way, and you will be in a position to protect some form of relationship or even business partnership even. I don't know, but that's just what I'm getting there. You can't quite, the bloody ceiling light is just whacking on that card there, isn't it? If you see it there. I don't know, shall we do, I don't know, could we do like the 3 there and then put 1? Maybe if we put it underneath like that, maybe could we see it? Could we see it if we did it that way? Just for convenience sake, more than it's just too bloody big, isn't it? But anyway, if we just did the 2 there and then just slap that 1 there, you can see it a bit better, can't you? But of course, it's past, present, future, so it doesn't sound. But anyway, either way, whatever the configuration is, that seems to be what's being said there. So if that's the only warning, of course, is at present, be careful what you say, and you'll be probably in a position where you'll be protected by your own power, really. But there is love and maybe a bit reluctant to say something too soon to somebody you've got your eye on or something or whatever, and drop a clanger. So you might find that it pays off. That's probably why that's why I remain single, because I can't keep my gob shut. But anyway, the cards have spoken for you there. So what we'll do, I clear these cards. 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 And again, I clear these cards. I clear these cards. I clear these cards in the name of truth, right conduct, peace, love, and non-violence. Blessed be to the truth always. And there is I suppose we've got a twin destiny, haven't we? I can magnify that and so I can see what you're calling me, all those horrible names you're calling me. And we've got a twin destiny, haven't we? We've got a natural destiny and a supernatural destiny. And of course, the cards or whatever tools we're using lock onto the supernatural destiny that you've got there. So sorry to hear that, but well, anyway. So hope that's been of some use to you there, honey holic, and I hope that's helped in some way. Yeah, right. Sure, you. Right, okay. So that's it then. I'm just reading what you put about half an hour ago. So you're right. You have a you have to watch my I have to watch my mouth as well. So there you go. Join the club. So anyway, that's so far. Correction. So not a problem there. So that's we've helped somebody. I hope that's if that's is it an update to what was already going on or just something new? I don't know. But you usually leave it a month, don't you? Normally between readings, and then just give everything time to wear itself out or come to fulfillment or whatever. And I usually do a month anyway, about 28 days, something like that. And there's 13 moons, of course, in a year, isn't there? The moon orbits or ellipses the Earth 13 times a year. Yeah, right. You like being single. I like it. I've got some obviously pet rats. Some non-human friends who I find they're a bit more civilized than human beings. Absolutely. So there you go. Jobs are gone. So there you go. That helped you, right? So there you go. You can go another 12 months or however bloody long it was last time you were suffering in silence. Or I don't know if there's anybody else viewing. I don't know how this works or what I'm supposed to look at. If there's statistics on it or what, I don't know. I'm unfamiliar with going live on YouTube. They keep changing the bloody format and things, don't they? But at least she's got like a light text on dark background, which I find that helpful with my visual impairment, So that's not too bad. You went on for 11 months. Yeah, I haven't been on for about that's about right then, isn't it? I don't know. I just tend to get reader's block. Just how you get writer's block, where you don't know what murder mystery to write next or whatever. I get reader's block. I sometimes just don't feel like reading. I think, well, it's no use going live or doing something for somebody if you don't feel like doing it because you just won't do a proper job of it. So I can go weeks on end doing nothing, but because on Facebook, of course, the problem on there was, of course, a lot of the readers I had in the group there who were reading, they were after money, and it was a free group, and I didn't really like people cashing in while we were doing all the hard work, making the videos and things to try, just for better fun, really, and just something mainly during lockdown, of course. During lockdown, it came into its own, but you got your shysters on there and the people who are trying to make money out of it. And the Nigerians, I just don't know what happened with that, but we just got an influx of Nigerian fraudsters. And it was just totally hundreds a day, and you could just block one and it would just block all the comments that they'd made en masse, 100 comments you just got rid of just by blocking one of them. One of these, it's absolutely ridiculous. Anyway, hard luck. At least you totally understand that some days you don't want to do anything either. So join the club, I suppose. At least I know now. No, I'm not the only one. It gets reader's block as well as writer's block. So at least we can all suffer in silence, or at least we can have what is it? A bit of empathy. we can share. It's good to share, isn't it? I don't know if there's anybody else viewing. Like I say, I don't know where the information that is, and if they even got a big ego and said, "Oh yeah, there's a million people watching." I don't know where they should say there's a million people watching. But I suppose they watch afterwards, don't they? They'll play the video after when we've all gone bed. We're all asleep in bed. There'll be people watching old live videos. So if it helps them as well, if maybe the reading you're doing for somebody helps somebody else as well to come in on something maybe, and then you're sort of killing two birds with one stone, aren't you, or whatever. So there's always that going on. Anyway, I don't know how long we've been ticking over for here. I don't know if there's a clock on here. I'm just using magnifying software. I just have to move around the screen really, just to, like on they are 30 minutes and 53 seconds. So we've been waffling on for half an hour. So there you go. I don't know. Do we just go silent for a while and go and put the kettle on and try and go live a bit later, or what do we do? I don't know if there's anybody else on here that'd like to make your presence known. We've got Shadow. I think Shadow's still there. But, of course, we've just done a reading for Honey Holic. So that's at least we got that done. And like I say, it doesn't matter how many people are watching anyway, does it really, to some degree? As long as the person who needs the help gets the help. And then it doesn't matter. You just only need the one, don't you? Just like you only need one lottery ticket to win. You can buy loads of tickets and you just find the one that wins the million, and then you have to share it with yourself because you might get a few extra numbers on another. But hey ho, that's another story. We don't talk about that one, do we? Although I did win just about $2.50. I did win the other week. And I haven't checked my ticket this Friday, so I might be a multi-millionaire and not even bloody know it. So I've got 6 months to claim it, so I'll pretend to live in poverty for a while until I can be bothered, until I can be asked going to get it and look at it. I don't know. You can live with yourself, right? Anyway, so not a problem. You're welcome there, Honey Holic, and we'll see you soon again. No doubt, to see who else may need help. And like I say, I'll take your advice and try going live on YouTube. So just for now, then we'll wrap up. Just for now, I might pop on a bit later. Now I've got the bug again, but I'll just go and put the kettle on, I think, and just wet me whistle a bit, as they say over here in this neck of the woods. Much love to you as well. Love is the law. Love is the bond. Merry did we meet, merry do we part, and merry may we meet again. Until next time, farewell.